That's some bullshit.
Crazy.
Go ahead. Don't get me started.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. Let's I like where this conversation is going. Let's keep it kind of on the same topic because, we've talked about Illinois, we've talked about Georgia, Maryland, passing laws that let the courts use rap lyrics to convict people. If the crime matches and the evidence is there in the rap song, they're locking these motherfuckers up. Well, Gavin Newsom, who is represents our great state of California here, he just passed a law, the total opposite, saying that rap lyrics cannot be used in court to convict a person of a crime. What are your thoughts on that?
Funny. That's another.
I know you, player. I know you.
That was part of the conversation that we had yesterday with the Hip Hop Alliance. KRS-One was conducting a meeting, and I'm listening to him, and that definitely came up. And I don't know if I really agree with that or not, because if you're stupid enough to do a crime and put it to music, I'm trying to figure out why I can't use it against you. I mean, you have the right to remain silent, but if you choose not to use it, motherfucker, that's on you. You don't have to. Nobody asks you for that musical confession, okay? But new niggas, and this is some new nigga shit. New niggas want to have their cake and eat it too. I want to talk like I'm a bad motherfucker, knowing I ain't shit, knowing I'm a buster, okay? But I want to tell people what I did, but you can't tell nobody. You can't use it against them. Come on, man. I don't know, dude. If you got hip hop gangster fairy tales is one thing. Gangster fairy tales is one thing. But if you have in-depth information, like some people have, my boy out of Atlanta, they actually knew stuff that he pushed it in the rap that the police wasn't even up on, or only the police knew. Okay, dude, you're convicting yourself. Okay, now to be lying and just be having these hip hop fantasies about how you Jesse James or Batman or Superman, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I understand that, but don't. Here's the bad part. We're trying to excuse and justify people doing shit that's fucked up. It makes no damn sense. It's fucked up. It's stupid shit, and they want to play bad, and they don't want you to. It's like a girl standing on the corner wearing a mini skirt, no panties, titties out. But if I think she a hoe, I'm fucked up. Come on, man.
Thank you.
You got on the mini skirt, the glass slippers, you waving at cars and shit. But if I think you a hoe, I'm the bad person. Y'all fucking, that's bullshit. Man, you all these double standards. This is the part that just fucks up shit, and it's a clusterfuck for everybody to get involved. Okay, I can say what I am, but if you say that I said I'm that, and you wrong. How am I wrong for you confessing to a beat? I don't get it.
When did you start paying attention to what was around you, politics, social issues, and things like that? How many? Because we all hit a certain. In 20s, I didn't give two damns about any of that. Like maybe my 30s, 33, 34 is when I really started caring, started paying attention to what I voted for, things like that. When did you start to get into that mode?
Understand me. I was forced to be a responsible person at 18. I had a kid at 18 years old. So I was dipped into the child support system at an early age. I had a nightclub shortly after that, and seeing how the cops do a motherfucker, seeing dealing with cops firsthand at 24, 25, and I ain't did shit but trying to, I'm innocent motherfucker. I ain't did shit. I ain't did shit but trying to run a business and keep some dope out of my club like the old man told me to do. But y'all making me out to be the worst dude in the world. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck did I do? But I also realized what I was working with. So, and then working with guys like Jeff D, he wouldn't let me just be a young club owner. He made me be the vice president of the Chamber of Commerce back then. He got me at the Chamber of Commerce meetings, okay? He got me at the El Segundo Avalon Chamber of Commerce in the meetings, conducting shit, okay? Then he had me start a junior chamber of commerce, which nobody came to, but I don't know what that was about, but I was there. So when you start getting responsible and being a homeowner at a young age, that teaches you a lot of shit. I've been owning houses, on property since I was 21 years old, paying bills at 19. Where my son is right now, I had a kid and paying bills. Okay, so it puts you up on, it makes you look at shit at a different perspective. I didn't have the distractions that these kids have right now. I didn't have the distractions. I didn't have a phone in my hand all the time. My phone was on the wall. I had to go home and use that motherfucker. I couldn't just grab it. It wasn't in my back pocket. It was on the wall. I couldn't get a phone call unless I went home to do the shit. Okay, made a big difference.
You know, Compton was once a great city, and it is still a great city with a great history and things like that. But there have been throughout the years, and I'm asking you this respectfully because you're older and you know the history more of Compton politics and things like that. But Compton has kind of a history of the politicians, I guess for lack of better words, not really doing what they're supposed to do. Is that safe to say?
It's okay.
Okay.
Compton, at some point in time, people, when you get into a position of power and you never had that power before, sometimes you can get into a situation that could be tempting. When you have a small amount of money in your pocket, okay, say like right now, I know exactly how much money I have in my pocket. Why? Because I remember when I broke my last $20 bill, how much and what else I had in my pocket. So if somebody takes something from me, I'm gonna miss it a lot faster than if it was if I had, you know, a pile of money that I hadn't counted yet. Using that scenario, if you're in a big city like Los Angeles, somebody steals $1 million, $2 million, whatever the case may be, when you got a $1 billion budget, it might not be felt. You might not see the impact. Okay, but a city like Compton, when something is missing or misappropriated, if that's the case, it could be a lot more impactful. And when you look at streets and look at other situations, and there's not the progress that you expect, then you start wondering what the hell, where's it at? Okay. I've been involved in Compton politics for quite some time. I think the current city council is probably one of the I'm not gonna say the best, but it's probably one of the most inexperienced because they're all rookies. Everybody on city council right now is fresh. Okay. Only person that's been on that city council before, or been in the city council meetings before, is the mayor. Everybody else is brand new. Okay. So I see right now, and I see a different vibe in Compton that I haven't seen before. Okay. I've seen a different vibe in Compton before. When Omar was mayor, we was doing concerts and all kinds of stuff, but it was always a big fight. One of the things that we're doing with the Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce is trying to bring some of those things back. The Compton Jazz Festival and things of that nature. But again, sometimes it may not be the person that's in office right now that caused a problem, but it could be a problem that was 2 or 3 administrations down the line that still is in effect right to this day. So that's where it might not be so much stealing. This is you're trying to patch holes. They ain't got enough concrete. Okay. You're trying to patch holes without enough concrete. So that is, I don't know. I think that's kind of describes it a little bit better. There has been nobody's gone to jail, but other than Omar, and that situation was, if you knew about that one, that was kind of like, huh, for that? Okay, but that don't mean things were not being manipulated. I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah. I feel you choosing your words carefully, which is responsible. Very responsible because that's your town, man, and I get you. I get it.
I'm not gonna say nothing bad about him, but there's always when I can say this: when $3 million walk out the treasurer's office and the treasurer keep his job, that ain't on the city council. That's on the citizens. Okay. At one time, $3 million was stolen from Compton, and the guy who ran the treasurer didn't miss it. Somebody else caught it, and y'all still put the treasurer back in office. That's on y'all. But that's what we have to do. We can't be you have to watch everything. The city is like your household. You got to watch your banker. I went to the bank today. I got more money in my bank I'm supposed to have. I want to know why. Okay. I got more money in my account than I should have. Wasn't but a few hundred, but still, where'd it come from? Because I didn't know I didn't have it. Same thing with your city. If you're not active in the politics or the city council meetings, or you just sitting back and let people do what they want to do without checking balance, that's on you. Whether it's Compton, Carson, Paramount, whatever the case may be. You get what they say in politics, you get the politician that you don't vote for. Okay?
Man. Love it. So important, dude. And for everybody out there who doesn't know, Lonzo has a great interview with former Mayor Omar Bradley. Just type in Lonzo Williams, Omar Bradley. Great interview. But can you talk a little bit about him? You mentioned him earlier in the situation that put him in. You don't have to mention that, but maybe you could just talk about Omar Bradley, your relationship with him, his relationship with Suge. He's a interesting type of cat.
Oh, he's an interesting dude. Me and Omar go back to high school. He's in one of my documentaries. We're still good friends. He became the mayor, and he did a lot of good things for Compton. But sometimes, in the way of Charleston White, sometimes you can have a good message, but because if you deliver it to the people the way they're not used to it, they're gonna misconstrue it. I should say. If you have a great message, but you put it in a package in a box, they got that they don't want to hear. They don't respect. The box got shit on it. They don't want the package. Okay. If you give them a great message with a box with shit on it, they're not going to accept it. Okay. And that was one of the things. It was a lot of things going on back then in Compton with the police department. And it was just a civil mess at one time. And he ended up going to jail, and then he got overturned, and then he went back to jail again, and then he got overturned. So it's just like damn, and that's kind of shit that made me. I ain't fucking with this shit. I'm not fucking with that. I remember here's something I just went to the other day. I went to an event for a reentry group, right? And it dawned on me that I knew all the black mayors: Carson, Compton, Linwood, and Compton, Carson, Linwood, and two from Compton, one from Linwood. One from Linwood, one from Carson. All went to jail. All black mayors. Okay, right around this, almost the same time. And I'm partners with all of them. Okay, I know all of them, and it's just amazing. Like, God damn, I'm sitting in the church. They had a little thing in the church. I'm saying, wait a minute, he went to jail. He went to jail. He went to jail, and he went to jail. All of them were progressive-minded brothers. They got caught up in the power thing. When sometimes people, you try to make a move that normal people get away with. Normal folks over here in Torrance get away with the same shit, but you can't get away with it in Carson. The same thing they did in Carson, same thing they did some of the same thing in Linwood, Paramount, other cities, but because it was Compton, this just like with we talked about it last week with Brett Favre. Brett Favre, Brett Favre, he ain't going. This shit's gonna get swept under the rug. It's gonna be a big old lump under the rug, but it's gonna get swept under the goddamn rug because it's Brett Favre. Meanwhile, Michael Vick fought a few dogs, and his ass did 2.5, 18 months in prison. The other brother from the Celtics, he gonna lose his job because he got some pussy. Okay. Meanwhile, Brett Favre steals $3 million from poor people in Mississippi, and it's like, what the fuck? So, and I think that's one of the mistakes a lot of cats make is they get comfortable in that position, and they think because certain people rock it with them that they can do the same thing. And then you go, in most cases, you'll probably be the fall guy. That's my opinion. That's not having to do with Dusty, YouTube, Facebook, and any other platform. That's just my opinion.